What I have here is a prototype. It's anatomically and functionally correct, but there are a few aesthetic differences. On the production model, the handles will have a rubber overlay and the LYNX logos will be inset on the side, as the diagram next to me shows. This is a real wolf in sheep's clothing. To compress our tubes requires a lot of force. You can't do it with a standard tool. The tubes are too strong. They're made out of a specialist stainless alloy, which means that you require this tool to process it. You cannot use our components in standard tools. Okay, so how does the system actually work? You have the tool, you then have a removable gauge, which is what sets the depth of the compression. These come in 5 different sizes or colours, all of which are clearly indicated on the gauge itself. The gauge is clipped into the tool. The component is then inserted into the self-aligning jaw, which is then closed. You then cycle the tool 5 times, open the jaw, remove the component, join to the line. It's that simple. When you're selecting the lines and the hooks, LYNX has made it very, very easy for the consumer to understand. An orange gauge works with an orange hook, which works with orange line or wire, whichever one it's going to be. It's very, very simple. Okay, so let's see the system in operation. Using it couldn't be easier. Okay, so you have your tool, you then pick your gauge. Now these come in 5 different colours. For this operation we're using the yellow gauge, which matches the yellow component, which matches the yellow line. The colour indication is clearly on the packaging of the line and the component, so it's nice and easy for the consumer to understand. So we're going to open the self-aligning jaw and insert the gauge. There's a nice solid click when that locates and it's held firmly in place. Okay? I'm then going to take the component, which has a line threaded into it, and I'm going to align that in the jaw and then close it. Okay? Now the self-aligning jaw takes care of everything for the operator. Okay? That's held nice and securely in place, nice and safely. I then check to make sure that the line is actually at the base of the component just by giving it a little push. Now this works with wire, nylon and fluorocarbon. So just push that to the base of the component. What I'm then going to do is cycle the tool. Now notice how easy that is to cycle, and that's it complete. That's 2 tons of force that's been generated, and you can see there was actually no excess force applied. Open the self-aligning jaw and then remove the component, which is compressed nice and neatly to the nylon. It works exactly the same for wire and titanium and fluorocarbon. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to prove the performance of the tool and the technology to you. What I've done is I've taken the component that we compressed in the hand tool and I've inserted it into this vise, which is fixed to a tensile testing machine, which measures the breaking strain of any filament, in this case the fishing line, or as we know it affectionately, the LYNX lie detector. This will show exactly what this goes at. Now that piece of line there is rated at exactly 18 pounds. Okay, so anything plus or minus 5% would be, I'll be very happy with that. Okay, so let's set the test away. Okay, so there we have a midline break. Now that was £18 line that went at 18.45. Now the midline break, we get those probably 2 out of every 10 compressions. We don't achieve that every single time, but what we do achieve is the maximum strength that that line can actually achieve. And at that point it was 18.45, and you can see there that the join was stronger than the line. Now, and that's conclusive proof, as far as I'm concerned, that precision compression technology, and also Helix, is the most reliable connection available to the modern angler. You can now have 100% confidence from your reel right through to your hook point.